So now let's look at how we can do this with 3 sites. So just like before, we start by plotting each of the sites. So we have 1, 2, and that's A. Then we have -5, 7, which is B, and -8, -5. So -8, -5, and that one's C. And then we have to take each of the pairs in turn. So we're going to be looking at taking AB, BC, and AC. So to start with, I'm going to try and draw the perpendicular bisector between A and B. I've copied the coordinates here. So to do that, first of all, I'm going to find the midpoint of AB, and I'm going to find that by doing 1 - 5 over 2, 2 plus 7 over 2, and that gives me the midpoint of -2, 4.5. Then find the gradient of AB. That's going to be 7 - 2 over -5 -1. So I'm going to get a gradient of -5/6. So the gradient of my perpendicular, I'm going to flip it and multiply it by -1. So it's going to become +6/5. Now, to plot that, so I'm going -2, 4.5, -2, 4.5 is here, and the gradient is 6/5. So that means for every 6 I go along, I'm going to go down, I'm going to go up 5. So I'm going to go along 6, 1, every 5 I go along, I'm going to go up 6. That's what that means. 6 over 5, y over x, rise over run. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just about. And I can go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I can join those 3 with a line. And instead of you having to tolerate my terrible drawing, I've drawn a line here. So that's the line that we just spoke about. Going through the midpoint, and every 5 I go along, I'm going up 6. So that was AB. Next, I'm going to do BC. Try it before me. So pause the video and then try and do it for yourself. Okay, so then the midpoint BC, we've got -5 plus -8 over 2, and 7 plus -5 over 2. That gives us a midpoint of -6.5, 1. Then the gradient of BC, you should have done -5 -7 over -8 -5. That gives us a gradient, well, this comes out at -12 over -3. So that gives you a gradient of 4. So the gradient of the perpendicular bisector, double negative, so we're going to flip it and we're going to multiply it by -1. So it's minus a quarter, and it's going through the point minus 6.5, comma 1. So minus 6.5, 1, 2, 3, 4, comma 1 will be here. And the gradient was a negative quarter. So every time we go along 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, we go down 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, go down 1. Okay, and then you can join those 3 points with a line, and so you don't have to tolerate my bad drawing. Here it is. Now, this is where it gets confusing. So the purple line is the perpendicular bisector between A and B. But this purple line now crosses down here as well. And this is intruding now in the part that's between B and C. So we actually want to get rid of that bit of the purple line. We're going to need to get rid of a bit of this black line as well. But at the moment it's not overly obvious which bit it's going to be. So, but we definitely want to get rid of that bit of purple line. So as always, we draw with a pencil. So you'll need to rub out that bit of line there from this point of intersection down to here. So there we go. So it looks like this. Okay, and now we're going to do the AC calculation to see where our midpoint, one that's going to divide up this, is going to meet these lines. So the midpoint of AC, I'll just here we go, copy those back in so that you can see them when we do these calculations. So the midpoint of AC, try again, try and do it for yourself, pause the video and then do it for yourself. Again, we need to do the flip it and multiply it by -1, so the gradient of the perpendicular is going to be -9/7. It's getting harder. So -3.5 minus 1.5. So -3.5 minus 1.5 is going to be here. And our gradient is -9/7, so it's a negative gradient. We're going to go along 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're going to go down 9, 4, 7, down 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And again, you can go this way. For you, it'll be much easier. You can keep your pencil on the paper, plot the 3 points, and then we get this. So our green line is now intruding into this BC space. The black line is the BC, so we don't want this bit. And you can see that this black line is coming out this way and it's intruding in our AC. This line is dividing AC. So this one is the AC, this one is AB, and this one is BC. So we want to make sure that we rub out the bits we don't need. Okay, so those are going to need to get rubbed out. And again, here we are. And this then is our final Voronoi diagram once you've rubbed out all those bits we don't need. So if you're doing this for yourself, make sure that you're doing it with pencil and that you're drawing the lines lightly so they're easy to rub out. And that's how we construct Voronoi diagrams on paper. For more practice, you need to now go to your textbook and I've printed off the papers for you so you can do it on those grids.